telling stories and marking history with musical instruments. The National Music Museum in Vermillion, South Dakota is hoping to start renovations on the second floor as soon as possible. However, that won't happen until there's more funding. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we'll take a closer look at what lies inside and what new exhibits the museum hopes to bring to life.
We have some of the most famous instruments in the world.
Inside the walls of the National Music Museum are hundreds of years of history in the shape of instruments like a violin or this harpsichord. Director of the National Music Museum, Dwight Vaught, says it's hoping to increase its wealth of historic pieces when it opens its second floor. However, that start date is taking longer than expected.
Well, we'd like to start tomorrow, as a matter of fact, but we're not quite ready for that because we need to have a few more donations in the bank to make sure that we can have pretty good faith that in the next year we can pay for the rest of it.
About $4 million is needed to start renovations on the upper level.
When we got the gift from T. Denny Sanford of $1 million, that was a real catalyst to say, yes, we're going to do this. And it's an incentive for other donors then to come forward and say, yes, we want to be a part of this and we want to help the museum to complete the second floor.
Vaught says each instrument on display tells a story, as the museum would like to continue that work with new exhibits on its second floor. These blueprints currently line the hallway with what will come.
The Italian Strings Gallery will be up there. The Utley Brass Collection, some of the Utley Brass Collection will be up there. Instruments as innovation, where we're talking about some of the experimental or testing that they did for musical instruments and which ones caught on and which ones didn't.
One piece that was on display for a short time earlier this year was this gourd fiddle from the 1860s that symbolizes the Underground Railroad.
So this wide area here is where the bow would go, but that also represents the Ohio River. And you see the light-colored dog on this side of the Ohio River and the dark-colored dog on this side, and that represents free country versus slave country. You also see two faces with hands up, and these are representative of enslaved people who were reaching for freedom, or it could have been that they were trying to escape from the slave side but were caught before they got across the Ohio River.
It's instruments with a rich background that attracted graduate student Adele Benoit.
I really love being around these instruments that have stories. I swear they have souls, and it's really wonderful to be able to engage with the instruments, to play them a little bit. One of the things that I love about this museum is that it started off as a private collection, and so I think it's really a wonderful thing that kind of connects this museum to the community.
Currently, the museum's conservator, along with grad students, are working to repair this keyboard.
Every single instrument that's going on display has to go through my hands. We want the instruments to look as nice as they can for the people who are going to come to it.
It's very nice to get the opportunity to repair old instruments, to get to know them, learn how the inside looks like, what the whole construction of the instrument is like, to have more knowledge in the building of new instruments.
As the museum also allows students to explore the anatomy of many different pieces.
The instruments are amazing, like you have something made out of wood or any other material which in the hands of a musician comes to life and tells a story, which is a great thing to witness.
As the love for music is what brings people to see what's inside.
Everyone is going to find something, if they're interested in an instrument, that appeals to them. My personal favourite instrument is one of the jazz guitars. There's something special about it. There's a photograph of the person who originally played it behind the instrument and so on. But everyone, I think, can find something about an instrument that attracts them in a way that they probably can't explain.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Julia Lynn.
The fiddle we showed you tonight is also featured in the United States' 250 historic objects from across the country. The items chosen for this collection are ones that tell the story of America.